Let's see. Best game ever. That's
Of Fantasy, the best gacha game ever made. Straight up facts. If you're looking for quality games, Tower Fantasy is what you're looking for. And I just made a 22-page PowerPoint presentation. What I'm telling you here is you don't want to miss it. I'm telling you why it's better than Clinton. I'm telling you why it's better than Wua. I'm telling you why it's better than Honkai. Alright? Good. Let's go. Reason number 1.
Can you guys hear this?
It's the character's customization. You can create your dream character. You can create your favorite character from any show. Star Wars, Fortnite, Lightning McQueen. And it's only the top show. Star Wars, Fortnite,
Lightning McQueen, bro. What do you mean, Lightning McQueen? How the fuck?
McQueen, and it's only the top quality of customization that's good enough for Tower Fantasy. I mean, look at this. Top quality. You don't get anything like this. This is the best of the best. Reason number 2. Everything just makes sense. In this game, there's an island that's radioactive, and most people get turned into zombies. But don't worry, it all makes sense that the same thing that turns you into walking corpse, also the one that makes you young forever. She's freaking 70 years old. Number 3. The power dynamics is perfectly balanced in the game. Never once have players ever complained about this. Don't look at the reviews. 4th reason, it's the best gacha game ever made. There's only a few games which can be tough, like... Guys, Tower of Fantasy...
Wait, what did he put here? God of Victory Nikkei. Granny. What the fuck is Granny? Truth or Dare? Literally every... Wait, what? Literally every game ever made. Okay.
Guys, Tower of Fantasy is such a good game. If this is Genshin Impact, then this is tough. Look at this. It's Giga Jet. Tough is such a good game, you don't know how many rewards it has won. I mean, it's crazy what this game has won. So many rewards, I don't even know where to start.
What?
The best game of the year, the best developers of the year, the best anime of the year. It won 77 Oscars for the one hit they made. Oh wait, Oscars is movies and not songs? I don't care. I can't find any evidence for this, but trust me, I know what you're thinking. Where can I get this game? Don't worry, it's free if you buy it for $999. Tower Fantasy's fan base is skyrocketing.
What is this fucking video?
65
What the fuck is this video?
According to this graph I made. I mean, look at these stats. You don't find them anywhere else.
2011.
Creators, they make the best content ever. And we got big YouTuber names in this community. We got our version of Dover 44. We got our version of It's Pygon. We have our version of the Jonathan. We got everything.
Wait, who?
I just haven't found any of these creators yet, but I know they're out there.
Haven't found
in all
them.
seriousness, here is the reasons why Tower Fantasy is a good game.
This is
Not
shit.
as bad as you may think.
There's no reasons. It's fun. It just ended, bro.
Tower of...
This is a 2-week-old video. What is this shit? What the fuck is this? What did I just watch, bro? Check the 1.0 lore vid. Now I don't know what to expect.
Hi, I'm Tayshan. Let's go with the story of 1.0. But first,
Is this real?
there's some backstory we need.
Is it actual?
50 years ago, technically 53, since this game is 3 years old, a big tower exploded. Then it spread some radioactive radiation. There's a 99.9% chance it'll turn you into a zombie, but a 0.01% chance it'll make you young forever. I'll take my chances. In order not to be turned into a zombie in this world called Aberrants for some dumb reason, everyone needs to wear something called Apple Watches, something called suppressors. I guess the explosion did kill 98% of all life, but that doesn't matter. Okay, next thing. You see this guy? He's Sage, and he's the leader of an organization called Here's a Fighter. And they don't like
Hairs of Ida.
company who use Omnium as an energy source because it's too dangerous. The Omnium caused a big explosion, by the way. So they protest by turning innocent people into half robots and give them new personalities. That way they don't need the suppressors and still don't get turned into zombies. I think, I'm not too sure. The robot personality group thing is called Angels of Clemency, and there's only 4 members thus far, cause every other who became a robot died. And the 4 member in this girl band is called Shirley, Valkyrie, Seal, and Aegis, but soon there'll be a 5th member with the codename Nemesis, but her actual name is Shirley, but her new personality is Nemesis. That's the backstory you need to know, let's begin. It begins with you getting chased by a zombie dog with 2 heads called Barbarossa, and you get the opportunity to choose which gender you wanna be, which means every girl is playing as a boy and every boy is playing as a girl. You manage to run away but faded cause you damaged your suppressor. You get wiped your memory away by a freak called Freak and you wake up in Astrom shelter, where you meet a hot girl called Shirley and her brother Zeke, cause they saved you from dying. Zeke repairs your suppressor, Shirley shows you around Astrom shelter and you can customize your character. We all know what every boy will do with this. Then you get introduced to an alcoholic, a flying drone, and a space rift. By the way, space rift is another word for teleporter. Shirley get herself and you into trouble when she wanna explore the ruins, which is a dangerous place, but she's the only one who gets gold, which I like, cause then I can do all the trouble and blame it all on her. Then out of nowhere Astrom gets attacked by flying weirdos, then Shirley's compressors gets damaged and she turns into a zombie, boom, end of story. Nah, I'm kidding. Zeke wanna save her, so he gets help from a group called Hairs of Ida. Now your job is to save Shirley from becoming an evil robot who gets wiped her memory like the rest of the Angels of Clemency. Spoiler, Shirley gets turned into Nemesis, but she didn't lose all of her memory compared to the other Angels of Clemency. I don't know why I say spoiler. This whole video is a spoiler. Anyway, moving on. Then you see a high cross for the first time. You got help to get in from a person called French who works there. You find out there's a guy called Ethan who has planted 3 bombs in High-Cross. You stopped 2, but the third exploded and you all died. France had a crystal circle thing called a chrono switch that rewinds time, so you can use that and stop all 3 bombs. I have 2 questions. 1. How does the circle rewind time? How does that make sense? Game logic, that's explain it. 2nd, where do I get one? Later you find out Hairs of Ida has sabotaged the 5 Omnium towers, so it's your job to fix it by shutting them down. In order to shut them down you need something called Astrom. What the heck is that? It's rare and you can only get it by winning a fighting competition. You need 5 Astroms to shut down the 5 towers. Are you still with me?
I forgot about this part already. This part of the lore is so stupid.
Wanted and shot down the first tower. Then you kiss Astrom shelter goodbye to go out and find Zeke. You travel to another town called Bangkok, called Bad Dog, called Banja's Dog, where you meet Hilda. Hilda talk about a festival later that night where many will show up, so Zeke might be there.
Play this video to new players. Remove 1.0.
Instead you get clapped.
Great idea.
The day after, Hilda takes you to Banger's headquarters so you can get more help to find Zeke, but is under attack by Hairs of Ida. You beat every single troop up and now sneak into the tech headquarters to find 2 kidnapped people called Calador and his son Theo. You couldn't save them, so you ask friends for help. Calador and Theo is kidnapped again and you don't know where, but Hairs of Ida isn't the one behind the kidnapping this time. But you do find out how to get more Astrom, and that's at my hometown called the Black Market. You talk to one named Hopkins. After you have helped him out, he tells you where you can find the cocaine, the Astrom. It's at an underground bunker where you fight Calador and Theo themselves. So Theo, the son, are sick and only have a half year left to live. And his dad, Calador, tried to change that. But instead Theo got turned into a murder machine and got killed by Zeke. Oh yeah, Zeke showed up by the way. And then he immediately leaves you without saying a word. And Calador got injured by his own son and you left him to die. His last wish was for you to find a person called Zorn at Shelter 201. He's dead, well got turned into a zombie and you killed him. You helped Shelter 201 to recover from an attack and move down to shut down the 2nd tower. You got the Astrom from the underground bunker by the way. Then they find out either Theo or Calador died. They survived apparently. And Zeke is heading towards a...
Wait, Theo survived?
...for a scientist called Claire. Not that Claire. She also got the Astrom. On your way to the floating circus you find a robot called Mallow who needs help to save another robot called Hannah. You save her and all 3 of you plus Mia steal back a balloon from the hyenas they stole from you so you can get up to the circus. Oversimplifying, the hyenas are just a big group of criminals. On the floating circus you meet Freak who says he's sad that she didn't kill you. Then you finally meet Zeke who says he's sad to see you. then Freak knock you out from behind. Okay, looks like my friends are glad to see me. You wake up in Claire's lab, trapped in a bubble, and finally see Shirley again. But the hair survivor has turned her into an angel of clemency, and she's knocked out. Claire tells Zeke and Freak to get more energy to save Shirley from becoming a zombie since she's still in danger, and they leave. But what Claire tells she does not care about Shirley, but only helping out for the business sake. Maybe these two Claires are the same person. Claire tells Shirley is in a deep coma and it's getting harder and harder to wake her up and to keep her alive. So you need to get a stolen device back to Claire so Shirley might stay alive. You borrow a robot and smashes into the base where the device is and got out. You team up with Freak and Zeke, by the way. You return to the lab where Claire basically tells she has no idea what she's doing. I don't like this woman. You try to wake Shirley up but find out she's becoming less and less Shirley and more her new personality Nemesis. You know the new personality I talked about in the start of this video? Soon after everything collapses and Zeke saves Shirley and carry her away. Then Claire tells she knew this would happen. Don't kill Claire Titian. Violence is not the answer. Since her lab collapsed and we are kinda responsible for it, not really, but whatever, we repay her by doing a bunch of chores for her. She already knew the lab would be destroyed before you began, but she blamed you anyway. You do her chores and she gives you the Astrom. Aegis is waiting for you at the third tower. She wanna stop you from shutting it down. You beat her and shut it down. You go back to Hyrule and learn Omnium is also used to control time, which is why you can stay young for a long time. Anyway, you head to the grounds in the mines to get the 4th Astrom from this guy, Kim. But he got it stolen from the hyenas. So now you need to storm in the base and get it back, but you need help from this guy, Hamlin, who will build you a robot to help you out. You clap the hyenas and the queen, but Hamlin wants to hold on to the Astrom a little longer, so you go back to the mines to meet up with Frank.
Bro, this is why 1.0 story was so shit. So much unnecessary plot lines, man.
Nephew. Don't give him a good medicine, and he's responsible for the miner's health. In fact, the medicines change their genes in a bad way, and you find out Hairs of Ida probably has something to do with it. Okay, thing I've learned thus far about Hairs of Ida, they can't keep their noses out of things they shouldn't be a part of. And they want attention no matter which topic we are talking about. Sage, you're worse than Homelander.
They had to reuse all those assets? Yep.
Story thus far. It all sucks. Moving on. Anyway, you find Giggs and ask him if Hairs of Ida helps him with the fake medicine. He lies, then leads you into a trap, and Hairs of Ida picks him up. Then you snitch to Kim about what Giggs is doing with the fake medicine, and Kim apologizes. He didn't know anything about this. Kim sent you to a research base where the medicine's supposed to be produced, so you can find out what's going on. The entrance is blocked though. So go back to Hamlin and get your Astrom, and he gave you a giant drone to fly into the base another way. You're supposed to be sneaking but got seen and Giggs threatens to kill you. How many times have you been threatened and been up at this point? You beat up some guards and whatever this is, it hurts to look at. Giggs escaped and you didn't find anything out. Kim tells you to go to another place called Warren Snowfield and meet up with a friend called Carlos, who's a leader. You do that but shuts down the 4th tower first. You get into this small city who's under attack by guess who? The Hairs of Ida. You scare them off and save the day, then find out by Carlos.
Bro, I completely forgot about that sequence.
You go out and save them and return to find out Carlos have been taking friends to
this 1.0 story was so like
funny. He releases him
so forgettable.
Friends was with you. Then a kid drove you to the 5th tower in a truck, which is super responsible, and I'm sure nothing can go wrong with that. And when I say she drove you, then I mean she drove you 100 meters and you had to walk the rest. You found out the 5th tower is covered in ice, so Fran's solution was to blow the tower up with a cannon. So you do that after I found the missing parts. That way the ice disappears, but the tower is still unharmed. Cause that's science. Hairs of Ida's try to stop you shutting the 5th tower down and you fight Seal. Seal is about to kill you, but then Freak stops her. You guys is on the same team. What are you doing? You shut down the 5th tower. Congratulations, you've shut down all 5 towers. Good job. You report back to Hyrule about the towers, but there's no time for party because Hairs of Ida is attacking all over the place. So go back to Astro's shelter and defeat them. Fran sends you over to Tomato Town to collect some useful information. When
Tomato Town.
Franz is kidnapped, so I have to save him in a nearby camp. He sent you to another location to find whatever.
I don't remember any of this. What the fuck?
Where's Shirley in all of this? We haven't seen her or Zeke since Claire's collapsing lab. And what happened to the whole fake medicine thing? Anyway, moving on. Speaking of, you find a time travel machines that friends took back to High Coast, and you gotta go see Claire to talk about the information you found. Well, Claire's been kidnapped by the Heirs of Ida, and only Mello knows where she is. You found a base, and Hannah tells Sage have been kidnapping and screaming at Claire. Sage, if you're looking for a girlfriend, kidnapping isn't the way to go. Autumn girls and robots. You find Claire in an underground lab. She tells the Heirs of Ida has built a big time machine, and they wanna go back 50 years to prevent the big explosions from happening. By the way, the big
chest that I can open.
Cataclysm. I should have told that in the beginning of the video, shouldn't I? Claire tells to find Shirley and Zeke, cause they might be able to help you stop the Heirs of
Bro,
Ida.
I do not remember this at all.
Which, at this point,
Holy.
Zeke has been a lapdog for them. Do you seriously think Zeke would help us? Anyway, I'm not complaining, I'll see the hottest character again. And it's not Zeke I'm talking about. Okay, so the Heirs of Ida backstab Zeke and take Shirley. And Zeke, that dumb dog, tries to shoot Aegis with his one gun. But Aegis has 4 arms and 4 guns. Zeke, what did you think would happen? Anyway, you take Zeke back to Carlos, who treats him, and you help him get more medicine supplies. Zeke talks about his dad's backstory, something about his dad was killed by Hykros, but also backstabbed by the Heirs of Ida, so Zeke took Shirley to Astro's shelter where they could live peacefully. How did that go, Zeke? Zeke tells you to go up on a mountain so you can get a signal to find Shirley's location. You do that to find out Zeke also did that instead of recovering. The girl who drove you 100 meters in her truck told you. Anyway, you and Zeke team up and storm the lab where Shirley is hostage. I know if you can call it storming since it's only 2 people, but whatever. And Shirley is awake for once. Good news, Shirley is Shirley and hasn't been taken over by her new personality called Nemesis. You guys get out of the lab to immediately split up. Zeke and Shirley will find Sage. Zeke, you just got your sister back, and the first thing you do is to put her in more danger. And you gotta destroy the time machine the Heirs of Ida built. Later you meet up with France to try to stop them, but they escape with the teleporter, aka the space rift. You then research the teleporter and chase after them, but get knocked out. Later you meet up with France and gotta beat up a bunch of Heirs of Ida soldiers at the Tower of Fantasy. So you do that. Zeke and Shirley are trying to stop Sage at the top of the tower. You can't join them cause the elevator or the space rift is broken, so you need to fix it. You fix it, and on the way up you meet Valkyrie that plays a bunch of games with you before she fights you. She punches you out the window and you two fight while flying to the top of the tower with your jetpacks. So why did you even use it to fix the elevator when you got a jetpack anyway? You guys in the drawer and you meet up with Zeke and Shirley at the top of the tower. By the way, at the top is where Hykros base is, so you're fighting in a Hykros right now, which is destroyed by Sage. You all defeat Sage, but he manipulates Shirley, and Shirley's in robot arms now, and she fights you. You defeat the robot arms and save Shirley. Yum has spread out of control, so even with the damage you did earlier, it isn't enough to prevent Sage from time traveling. But he goes through a wormhole and apparently stopped them, but disappeared by doing so. You carry Shirley out cause she's knocked out. First time we have seen a person knocked out in this game. She wakes up, you, Shirley, France, Archon and Claire is in her lab now at the floating circus, talking about where Zeke went. They think he went to a planet called Vera. Anyway, you all leave. Some days later you check up on Shirley again. Someone unknown contacted Shirley. We only know it's one of the angels of Clemency. So you two go and get some fresh air trying to find the person. When you meet Seal, who needs your help to win a fighting match. You and Seal team up, it's a 2v2 against some brothers and you win. Later,
what the fuck was this part?
Wanna fight Shirley and they fight. Shirley wins. You then meet Freak, who tells the Heirs of Ida.
Oh, this was like 1.5 story.
For Shirley, unlike the rest of the angels. Freak also tells the Heirs of Ida isn't your enemy. Ain't that little late to tell that? Then you and Shirley go back home to Astra's shelter to chat, and afterwards goes to Hykros and agree that you and Shirley will go to Vera and find Zeke. Wait, hold on. Is Vera a different planet or not? I thought Asperia and Vera was 2 regions on the same planet called Ida. This game is so confusing. So that was the complete story of 1.0. Since I've spoiled the whole 1.0 story, there's no reason for you to play the game. Nobody knows the 1.0 story today cause Oda decided to skip it and throw it in the trash, so in fact you're welcome. Whatever, go and play Genshin Impact. My thoughts on the story? I give it 7 Wuthering Waves out of 4 Honkai Star Rails. If this video gets 10,000 likes, I'll make a video about the 2.0 story, aka Vera. Spoiler alert, they didn't find Zeke.
10,000 likes. Yep. Definitely. I mean, good video. Actually, good video. Somehow, that's not bad. How did it get 99 views, bro? It's actually a good video.